Coming up on BG today, a groundbreaking ceremony for the city's new administrative services building is days away. When construction is expected to start and what the layout will look like. Next.
An undergraduate student government cuts the ribbon to unveil a new lounge for commuter students. Why the lounge was created and what it means for the off-campus students coming up.
Plus, BG softball faced a tough task as they took on a powerful Big Ten opponent on Tuesday. All of this and more coming up on BG24's BG Today.
Live from the campus of Bowling Green State University.
But first, multiple thefts have been reported in the Fine Arts Center this week. Welcome to BG Today. I'm Claire Mitchell.
And I'm Ethan Watts. Items that have been taken include laptops, wallets, and even keys. The School of Art sent out an official statement to its students and staff urging them not to leave personal items unattended and to keep doors locked. BGSU police are aware of the situation and they're looking into a person of interest in relation to the missing items. If you have any information, you can call BGSU police.
The location of the former senior center and post office is ready for a facelift. Tuesday afternoon at 2, the city is holding a groundbreaking ceremony as the construction of BG's new administrative services building is weeks away. The plan is to keep the front of the over 100-year-old building intact. Inside, the first floor will include the council chambers and administrative offices, and the second floor will hold more offices, including the mayor's office. The $11 million construction project will begin the week of April 18th.
Also coming to the city is a new 150,000 square foot factory. ICE Industries says the new facility on Van Camp Road near Cooper Standard is expected to open this October. The factory will create parts for First Solar to go towards creating solar panels. The company says the $9 million investment will initially create over 70 jobs, with that number reaching 120 when the factory is in full production. Jobs are expected to start at $18 an hour.
The Ohio Department of Transportation has 65 projects for Wood County this summer. The largest project will be the reconstruction of Route 25 south of Portage. Construction started Monday and is expected to last until October of 2023. The major project has multiple stages, with one section of Route 25 being closed at a time. Only local traffic will be allowed through. The ODOT Public Information Director says the project is much needed.
We'll remove all of the old pavement that's on the surface, and then actually down below State Route 25 there are still some of the old remnants of the original I-75 when it was in the previous alignment. So removing all of that, repairing the drainage in that area, and definitely going to be a headache for residents.
Bowling Green will be seeing some minor projects too. Several bridges in BG being replaced, and Route 25 north of BG will be resurfaced. Meanwhile, the Wood County Engineers Office is getting ready to install a roundabout on the corner of Napoleon and Campbell Hill Road. The project will cost just over $1 million, and construction is set to begin in late July, with the goal for the project to be completed by no later than November. The office says they don't know when the road will close, but says it will be closed for 60 days or less.
The undergraduate student government has opened a new lounge in the Jerome Library. Reporter Sophie Walcher covered the ribbon-cutting ceremony and what the new lounge means for off-campus students. Take a look.
While its current looks may deceive you, the Bowen-Thompson Student Union is a hub for activity. Students can get food, relax, or use one of the many lounge spaces to get work done in between classes. There's one lounge nestled away from the usual afternoon hustle and bustle, the off-campus student lounge. The space is meant to give a sense of belonging to those who do not live in on-campus housing. But until now, it was the only one. And it often filled up. Commuter student Ashley Roars says the lounge is all she really knows. For her, there are some downsides.
It just is really frustrating because there's too much noise and I have horrible focusing issues, so I definitely wish there were not like a small room for, because there's a ton of commuters and there's just not enough room for us and we're like all crowded in here, so yeah, it would be nice to have some more space.
With undergraduate student government's latest collaboration with university libraries, now she can. Monday evening, the organization unveiled a second off-campus student lounge on the first floor of the Jerome Library. Director of Student Safety and Wellness Abby McNichols says that creating more space was one of the primary motivating factors in creating the lounge.
I think the purpose for us, though, was to really create a space that let off-campus students know that, they weren't just like limited to the union or something like that, right? Like that, regardless of where they are on campus, there's a space for them.
The lounge is now open for use. Future plans for the area include a wall decal among other decorations and, of course, hosting many, many students. Reporting for BG24, I'm Sophia Walcher.
It's finally starting to feel like spring with the warmer temperatures on campus this week. Agatha, what can we expect to see as we head into April?
Well, Claire, I don't know if it's going to be too warm just yet, but it's definitely going to be a lot better than last week's big cool down that we had. Today, we're going to have some windy temperatures and windy weather. It's going to be around 58 degrees and our low is 34. We have a slight chance of rain in the evening and our wind is going from 23 to 26 miles per hour. So make sure you hold on to your hats when you're walking to class. Tomorrow it's April Fool's Day, but we do have some standard weather for BG. It's going to be partly cloudy, our high around 46 and our low around 30, and our wind is going from 11 to 17 miles per hour. And then moving on to this weekend, it's going to be cloudy and a little bit dreary on Saturday. It's going to be our high of around 54, which is definitely a little bit of a nice warm up, but our low is getting down to 37. And then this Sunday, the sun will come out a little bit and our high is going to be 53 and our low of 33. That'll be it for this week's weather. Back to you, Claire.
Well, the warm weather was nice while it lasted. Thanks, Agatha. Earlier this week, the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency held a stakeholders meeting in the student union. The agency started a group to reduce phosphorus levels from the Maumee River. The phosphorus in the river has caused problems for drinking water and aquatic life for the Lake Erie shoreline, open water, and some islands. Some locals say they are feeling optimistic about the project.
I'm just happy to hear that an effort is finally being made to clean up the Maumee River because I've lived here for a really long time and I can't remember another effort that has been done to clean up the river the whole time that I've lived here.
The group is scheduled to meet again next month to go over any progress made and any new information they find.
Calling all actors. A Tom Hanks movie is coming to film in Ohio. The production of A Man Called Otto is looking for extras to act as travelers in the 1970s. Filming dates are May 2nd in Cleveland and May 3rd in Toledo. To apply, you can go to movieextraspittsburgh.com.
Finals week isn't the only thing we're approaching. The deadline to register to vote is just around the corner. To vote in the primary elections, all registration needs to be done by April 8th. You can register to vote by visiting BGSU Votes in University Hall, or you can go to their website and register online. Primary elections are May 3rd for the state of Ohio.
Rite Aid is now offering a second booster shot of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines to anyone who is eligible. The CDC says people 50 and older who received their first booster shot at least 4 months ago are eligible for their second. Rite Aid says you can get your second booster dose no matter where you got your first one. You can schedule your booster appointment through the Rite Aid website. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden got his second booster shot on Wednesday. This happened after he gave a speech wanting lawmakers to put more funding toward his administration's COVID-19 response. If action is not taken, the White House says things like free vaccinations and COVID tests are at risk. Biden says that without additional funding, free booster shots may not be available for everyone in the fall. Coming up after the break, BG Baseball has a historic night.
And big announcements come across the Mid-American Conference in basketball.
The latest when we come back.
Bowling Green State University, Army ROTC Fighting Falcon Battalion. information, visit our website, www.bgsu.edu/Army-ROTC. The #1 leadership course on campus.
Welcome back to BG Today. I'm Steve Iwanek. It was a big week for Detroit and the Lions as the NFL announced the next location for the draft. Detroit has been awarded the 2024 NFL Draft. The announcement comes after the Detroit Lions were named the next feature of HBO's hit documentary series Hard Knocks during the upcoming training camp. Official dates of when the draft will take place have yet to be announced by the league. And in East Lansing, Michigan Falcon baseball traveled to Michigan State on Tuesday, defeating the Spartans 12-3, courtesy of a 3-hit day from senior Adam Furness. The victory marks the program's first win against a Power 5 opponent since 2014. The Falcons return to Stellar Field this weekend to welcome the Akron Zips. Falcon softball hit the road early this week. BG24 reporter Brandon Lowe has a recap of all the action from Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Brandon Lowe out here at Alumni Field on the campus of the University of Michigan, where the Bowling Green Falcons took on the University of Michigan Wolverines on the softball diamond. It was a relatively fast-paced game due to some excellent pitching throughout from Bowling Green's Peyton Gottschall and Michigan's Alex Storako on the other side, who would end the day with 17 strikeouts in the registered win for her. But it was Ellie Sealer that got things going, the freshman from Monroe, Michigan, her first collegiate home run of her career today against Bowling Green. That was back in the second inning. Michigan would again score a run in the third and the fifth, and that's how they would end the day with a 3-0 victory over Bowling Green. The Falcons' lone hit was a bunt single from Greta Lesperance in the loss, and now Bowling Green will look to this weekend to take on the Toledo Rockets in the Battle of I-75, a chance for Bowling Green to regroup at home from Meserve Field.
Thank you, Brandon. And now moving from the diamond to the court. Some of the top players across the Mid-American Conference are looking for a new home with the basketball season now over with. On the women's side, the conference champion Buffalo Bulls suffered some tough blows as leading scorers Deasia Fair and Georgia Woolley have entered the transfer portal. Along with the two players, head coach Felicia Leggett-Jack announced Saturday she has taken the head coach position at Syracuse University. Central Michigan also had a key player, Molly Davis, announce she is entering the NCAA portal as well. On the men's side, one of the top scorers for the Akron Zips, junior forward Ali, announced he is looking at the portal. That's all I have for this week in BG, but Ethan, I got to ask you, with the Final Four this weekend, who do you think is going to take home the title?
I am going to have to go with Coach K and the Blue Devils. Claire, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I had Gonzaga going all the way, but next I had Duke, so I'm going to have to say Duke and Coach K too.
Just says what I say. Cool. Steve, what are your thoughts?
You know, I'm going to have to agree with you guys. I had Arizona in my bracket, but you know what? I just think it's going to be a storybook ending for Coach K's career, and I think Duke's going to get the title on Monday night. So,
gotcha.
But with that, we send it back to you, Ethan.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you guys for watching today. Follow us for the latest news on Twitter at BG24TV, or you can find us on the web at bgfalconmedia.com.
We'll be back next Thursday with updates from around Bowling Green and Wood County. Have a good afternoon.
I thought that was great. I'm excited for this Final Four.